Hey y'all, this is All of Destiny. I'm about to take my braids down today. I don't really want to do a full face of makeup for that, but I do want my brows to be done. They'll just look a little more presentable if I do have my brows done while I'm taking my braids down. I figured, hey, why not go ahead and record it? I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you all in and show you all how I do my brows. So this is what my brows look like regular. I haven't touched them at all. First, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown. I'm just going to brush my brows out first using the spoolie end of the Brow Wiz. After that, I'm going to take a little bit of the Black Radiance True Complexion HD primer, and this has SPF 15. It's also oil free. Even if I'm not going to do a full face of makeup, I do like to go ahead and apply a primer to my brow. It helps my brows to stay in place all day. I'm going to take the spoolie end of my brow pencil and just brush that out again. You can definitely use any clean spoolie to brush them out. I like to brush my brows in a upward motion and then over to the shape that I want them to be in. So after I have my brow brushed into place, I'm going to go ahead and take my brow pencil and begin to outline the bottom portion of my brow using very light strokes. I'm aiming for more of a natural look, so I'm definitely not going to go in too heavy. And I usually follow the shape of my brow. I do have some hair that's probably needing to be waxed, tweezed, or just plucked out period from under here. I'm doing like this 30-day oiling challenge. I won't be waxing or tweezing that away, but I will show you all how I cover that up using some concealer. Outline the top portion of my brow the very same way. I'm just doing light strokes with the brow pencil. Although my brows are growing out, I do just ignore the hairs that I know I would want to wax out and just follow the regular shape of my brow. Everything else I will cover up using some concealer. I do have to fill in a little bit heavier on the tail end of my brow since it is a little more sparse. Next thing that I'm going to do is fill in any sparse areas within my brows. I like to come to the very beginning of my brow, right about here, since it's kind of looking triangular, and I just lightly finish this portion off just to make sure everything is blended. Go back to the spoolie end. I just brush that through, following that same direction of brushing upwards and then over. So it's looking a little funny right now. I'm going to take some of my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm going to use warm honey to pretty much clean up the bottom portion of my brow. That way it will give us that freshly waxed or tweezed look. I don't like to take too much because less is definitely more. I'm just using my Wet n Wild brush to do this. After I've cleaned up under the brow, I just make sure to blend that out as well. Then I just go in with my fingers, feeling really precise about it. Then I'll go ahead and use like a sponge or a beauty blender. I'm going to take the Girl Pro Conceal, but this one is going to be in Toffee, and I'm going to use that to clean up the top portion of my brow. I like to use one that is very close to my skin tone. That way my brows don't have that highlighted look. So after I've cleaned up my brows, I can pretty much see where I may need to go in with a little bit more product. I just very lightly do that. To blend a little bit further, I'm going to take my beauty blender. The last thing that I'm going to do is set my brows in place. Take some of my setting powder and just set the concealer above and below my brows. And this will just ensure that the concealer does not move all day. Just brush that right away, all of the excess. So now you all can see the difference between the brow that is completed and the brow that is not yet completed. I'm going to repeat this same process on the opposite brow. It's pretty much what my brows look like completed.
Cars fast and furious, got your girl curious. She say she like my Dougie in the way that I deliver it. Baby, she's a